Yes, I'm okay. I fell asleep like at 8:30 last night, which is good.
Yeah, your body needed it.
Yeah, and then I woke up at like 1:45 or something.
Oy.
And now I'm just wondering, like, am I getting to that age where I'm only allowed 5 hours of sleep each night already? I felt like I'm still a good, like, 30 years away from that.
Wait a second. I thought the older you get, the more sleep you need.
Well, yeah, the more sleep you need, but the less you really, I mean, maybe not the more. Sleep is regenerative. So, yeah, getting as much as possible is a good thing. But it becomes tougher and tougher to get more sleep as you age. Fairly certain.
Because you got to get up and pee all the time?
That may be part of the reason. I don't know. Prostate issues or something.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm going to search now.
Search now, because I just thought it was...
Sleep as you age. That's what I type.
I mean, I think about all the nursing homes. They just have sleeping people in it.
Yeah, that might be different than someone who is living at home at 90, you know?
Okay.
Let's see. With age, many people get insomnia or have other sleep disorders. It's true that as we get older, our sleep patterns change. In general, older people sleep less, wake up and go back to sleep more often, and spend less time in deep sleep or dreaming than younger people. Poor sleep habits, medications, worry, stress, grief, sleep disorders like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, periodic limb movement disorder, and REM behavior disorder.
Can't wait to grow up.
Too much downtime. Many people stay active well into their golden years, but if your days are too idle, you may find it harder to get sleep.
There you go.
You need to work it more.
Work it.
Maybe that's my thing. I'm not working it hard enough.
There you go. Maybe start a walk in the afternoon or running again.
Yeah, I think the running situation is going to help more than the...
Well, baby steps, Matt. I'm not saying go run a marathon before you go to bed. I'm just saying,
walk before you run.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Changes in sleep with age.
Well, did you get good sleep, though?
Yeah, it was quality sleep. It was straight through.
Good.
And not interrupted by needing to use the restroom. So that's nice.
That is nice.
Yeah, that's actually one of the benefits of my no drinking during the work week deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to have some beverages and then fall asleep without thinking to empty the bladder or potentially just having the alcohol still working through your system, dehydrating you or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
You just play one on the radio?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Our dog is off on his food schedule.
Oh.
So when we all went to bed last night, he had food in his bowl, which was from his breakfast, which should have been like his dinner. So he ate his food after we went to bed. And then at 2 a.m, he was like, "Hey, I'm hungry again."
Oh, man.
So I got up and I thought he needed out. So I walked to the door, but it felt like an episode of Lassie. Like he was showing me what he wanted. And I was like, well, okay, you don't need to go out. You want food. So.
Oh, you didn't follow Rockney to find someone struggling in the river or something like that needed rescuing?
No one was in the well. Yeah. Timmy was just fine. Yeah. No, he just walked right over to his bowl and kind of looked at me like, "Hey, feed me." So got him a bowl of food and went right back to bed. And, I struggle going back to sleep, and I had no problems last night. And I wonder, Matt, if my new mattress is magical.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm getting good sleep.
Well, you should see if you can get an endorsement out of the mattress company.
Yeah, I should.
That's something very radio to do,
Yeah. Or I should just ask Nebraska Furniture Mart, "Do you want me to just walk around the mattress department telling how good this mattress is?"
It'd be funny if you stood in front of it and just did that move where the Price is Right models do, where they kind of swing their arm out to reveal.
This is a good one, you guys.
To underline, I guess, the product.
And I almost said Vanna White, but you're right. Price is Right, for sure.
Yeah. They have a dude on Price is Right now. Do they have a dude model yet? Wasn't that a thing?
I don't know.
I thought that was going to be a thing.
Drew Carey? Is that the dude?
He's a supermodel of sorts. No, I mean like one of the models.
Right. I don't know. Do they?
I thought there was going to be one. Oh, man, this is going to be a internet search-heavy edition of Matt and Kate.
Man, thank you. I would say Google, but you're not Googling, are you?
Well, I'm using DuckDuckGo. That way...
That's it.
Because DuckDuckGo won't follow me all over the internet for the rest of my life. I won't be getting advertisements for...
Price is Right.
Yeah.
I can't think of The Price is Right without thinking of Happy Gilmore and Bob Barker going, the price is wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Beep.
B-word. Yeah, so the images pops up. Images for Price is Right male model. And just pretty well put together fellow. No shirt. Let's see.
Oh, does he wear no shirt during The Price is Right?
Devin Goda.
That would be awkward.
Devin joined The Price is Right in 2018. Originally from Pittsburgh, he spent his childhood on his grandparents' farm, before going on to play collegiate football at Slippery Rock University. He signed as a free agent with the Baltimore Ravens, but after suffering a hamstring injury, Devin decided to pursue
I've been to Slippery Rock.
a career in modeling. There you go.
I have a Slippery Rock baseball t-shirt.
So, and then there's an embedded Twitter profile. This guy likes to show off topless photos, Kate.
Well,
yeah.
You got it. Flaunt it.
Yeah, I think he puts Fabio to shame. You know, we were just talking about topless Fabio. Remember you were looking at photos of topless Fabio yesterday?
Yeah, it kind of weirded me out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because the older he got, the more he looked like a middle-aged woman. Like his long flowing hair was like a bob.
Okay.
And like his ears and his nose kept getting bigger. And it's like, whoa, Fabio.
What about his body? How was his body?
I didn't get there because I was like not impressed with his face.
He didn't make it lower than his...
No, a lot of them were like head and shoulder shots.
Yeah. You ever happen to stumble upon this is so bizarre. There's a photo of George Brett, and they did like a heat map, kind of like where people's eyes go to. Does this sound familiar to you at all?
Not at all. When you say George Brett, I think about the time where he pooped his pants at spring training.
Of course you do.
I know. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. So the deal is they presented it to both women and men, right?
Okay.
And turns out the men's eyes went to the crotch and the women's eyes went to the face. Isn't that interesting?
That's weird.
Yeah.
I would do. Okay. Is it baseball pants?
Checking out his goods, seeing what kind of competition's out there. It's like, man, 3,000 hits and that kind of... Wow.
Is that a heavy-duty cup you got there? Or, yeah. No.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'm going to put this link in our book, and then you can put it in the Facebook deal. And I'll
Are you talking about the male model, or are you talking about George Brett's junk?
Talking about George Brett's junk.
Okay.
Let me text this to you so you can see it immediately. This is very important that you see this.
Very.
I love the headline of the story. I'll let you discover it.
You know, the Jimmy V speech, never give up, never give up, you know, Jim Valvano.
Yeah, something
from
like
ESPN. That. Okay, so I watch that every year. I cry every year when I watch that. And I probably listen to the George Brett poop your pants story. Like, maybe not as much as once a year like Jimmy V, but it's one of those things that I go back to a lot and listen to him.
Why?
Why?
Did you get that?
My face is up here, guys.
Yeah, the name of the story from Mental Floss that I just sent, Kate, is My Face is Up Here, Guys. And yeah, what do you think about that heat map? Ladies looking at the face?
How do they know? How do they do the heat map? How do they do that?
I don't know.
Mr. Scientist on the radio.
Maybe they embed they have these people look into a screen that's got like a camera embedded into it or something. They can see if their eyes go up or down. I don't know.
Wow.
Or if they just had a camera to the side of it, they'd be able to tell if the eyes went up or down, and the picture was large enough, I think. Fixation length, how long they're staring at his face longer than his crotch.
It's good.
So that's good.
That's good.
So you think, is your theory then that guys are looking there to see if there's any seepage from the old poopy pants or what?
If it was a behind shot, maybe.
Yeah.
You'd be like, there's a streak.
So can you still find that video of George Brett talking about that?
Yes.
Okay, I thought maybe he had it scrubbed from the internet briefly, because there was one year where I was looking for it. And
can George Brett really do that? Do you think he really has that power?
Well, I don't know. Maybe 3,000 hits, Kate.
I mean, he's a big deal in Kansas City and surrounding area, but I think the internet's like, dude, you talked about pooping your pants with a mic on, and you knew you had a mic on. It was not like a secret mic. It wasn't like you forgot some guy had a camera. You were mic'd up.
Well, you're counting on the crew to not leak that footage or whatever, you know?
Oh, no. George Brett, Mr. 3,000 Hits, starts talking about pooping his pants. Yes, in Vegas at a casino. And just like airing it out to the guys on third base, like I love it.
It's baseball, yeah.
Baseball, you guys, last night I pooped my pants.
Batting titles in 3 different decades. Kate, the only player to ever done that. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, led the league in batting average 3 different decades. 70s, 80s, 90s.
George Brett.
You would think that would be enough.
For the W.
So why did you bring up George Brett pooping his pants? Why? What was happening?
Because you brought up George Brett. And I said, are you talking about him pooping his pants? And you were saying, no, it's the heat map. And I'd never heard of the heat map. But I said, I can't not think of George Brett without thinking about him pooping his pants. Not just pooping his pants, telling everyone about pooping his pants. Like, it's not like, oh, George Brett pooped his pants and everybody laughed at him. No, he's telling everybody that he pooped his pants.
And when he said he's good for doing that like once a year or something too, didn't he?
Yes. It happens all the time, you guys. No biggie.
Hey, you ever crap your pants? Something like that.
Exactly.
Just did last night. I don't think it wasn't that recent, right?
I don't think so, because it was spring training, so they would have been in Arizona, and he was in Vegas, I thought.
He had some kind of questionable buffet or something, I feel like.
I don't think it was a buffet. I think it was like sit down, nice place, but he had to like go into the lobby waddling.
And then someone brought him a change of pants?
Something like that. And they were too small or something.
Or large. I think they were too large.
Okay.
And he had to really cinch them up or something.
And he didn't have socks on. He was wearing shoes with no socks.
Because of the accident?
Or he had to take his socks off, yes.
Oh, because it was that bad.
He had to use his socks.
Oh, what? Huh?
I think so. I think he had to,
to clean up a little bit?
Yeah. This is totally clean radio, right?
Yeah. Right. I just sent you a link to The Price is Right.
Well, hello, Devin.
Yeah. So you see his Twitter profile there? He's got that thirst trap set up immediately?
No, I don't see his Twitter profile.
Oh, it's embedded there on the side. Are you looking on your phone, I guess, maybe?
Yeah.
So you might need to scroll down a little bit more.
There we go. Okay. Oh, now I see.
And then if you keep scrolling his Twitter profile, there's lots of topless photos in there.
And
so I remember, the reason I brought up the George Brett heat map photo, where ladies look at his face and dudes, look at his face some, but also check out his crotch a little bit, was because of the Fabio thing. Remember? Because I was like, how about Fabio's body? And you're like, well, I didn't make it that far. I'm like, oh, did you know that there is a thing where women look at the face?
There you go.
And maybe scope out the rest of the body once the face is acceptable. I don't know.
Women do that. Women are classier. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that how that goes?
That's true. I don't know. It's not like they're, I really got to think about that.
It's also Fabio. I mean, let's be honest. It's also Fabio.
What do you mean?
I don't find him attractive. So I'm not scanning down to look at the goods.
Fabio.
And if we were having this conversation flip-flopped, if you were talking about a female and you were saying, look at the goods, I'd be like, Matt. So I apologize for that kind of talk. And I sent you, I didn't find it on my phone. So I just sent you a link in Teams about the George Brett.
Okay.
Just so you have it in your spare time.
Great. Yeah, I need to bookmark this. Or I probably need to download the video. Is it video?
It is a video.
Okay. Yeah, I need to download the video so it never disappears.
But
I need to be part of the Internet Archive here, Kate. Yeah.
There's several options. I sent you the subtitles. Under 3 minutes.
Yeah, the subtitles aren't really needed except for the other players that are around him, right? I mean, he's pretty loud and clear.
Animated, yeah. And then there's a animation story that's 2 minutes long on YouTube that I don't know who would want to animate that, but...
Why not?
Right? Why not?
Some animator with some free time,
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the time actually there are a couple times I helped George Brett at the Apple Store?
I didn't know if you were going to talk about pooping your pants.
No, I've successfully Well, I guess maybe when I don't remember ever doing it. There you go. Wait a minute.
Okay. So you helped George Brett at the Apple Store.
Yes.
How was that?
He comes in, and he comes over to me. I was standing at the...
You were sought out by George Brett.
Toward the back of the store. Yeah, that's where all the pros are, And he comes over and sees me, and he's like, I need to know the exact dimensions of that right there. And he points to an iMac. And then he goes on to explain how he was having a new house built in like Mission Hills, and that he was going to have a desk built that basically had a button, like a little elevator that would bring the iMac out from within the guts of the desk. So he's having a custom-built desk that would have an iMac embedded in it, and then you'd press a button and a little elevator would lift it up. And so I immediately sprung into action, Kate.
Wow.
And got to the technical specs of it, and then got to the dimensions and emailed them to him. Yep, that's right.
Nice.
So I think I've got his email address.
So you still have his email?
I think I've got it somewhere. Yeah. I mean, I would have to search for it. Take me because I didn't save it to my address book or anything.
Oh, Matt.
But it's in my sent email somewhere.
So did you ever send follow-up emails?
No.
George, just seeing how that desk turned out. Send pictures. Thanks.
He was very impressed with me. Yeah. He goes, "You're good. I'm not sure if you're as good as Chase yet, but you're real good." Chase was a guy who had worked there for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently he used to make it into that Apple Store quite a bit when he had his restaurant down there.
Okay.
To the point that a lot of the longtime employees, which was not me at that point in time, would almost hide when he arrived.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's a talkative fellow,
Well, yeah. And he shared his email, so maybe he was like sending out the branch of friendship to you.
Yeah. Oh, is he going to tell us a story about crapping his pants again? Great.
Right? Is he going to invite me over to see that computer with the elevator?
Well, this would have been before then, I think.
Okay.
Or are you talking about me?
You.
Oh. Yeah, that would have been nice. Come on over. I'll pour you some scotch and we'll admire
Exactly.
the elevator iMac together.
Smell all my leather-bound books.
Oh, you think he's a guy with a bunch of leather-bound books hanging out?
Well, I just thought of, the whole Ron Burgundy thing. Like, his house probably smells like rich mahogany, and lots of leather-bound books. And
truly phenomenal story of a time George Brett got food poisoning and beep himself. That's the description to this YouTube video that Kate sent me. Okay, are you going to share this to Facebook, or is that too?
I don't think that's a Facebook share. That's if you're interested in the story, all I had to Google was George Brett poop pants, and lots of options came up. I was in a hurry. I didn't put pooped his pants or poopy pants. I just put George Brett poop pants.
Oh, poopy pants was...
Poopy pants was probably my top, but yeah, I just went George Brett poop pants. And voila!
That's very efficient Googling there, Kate.
I know. Yeah. And now it's going to follow me all over because I was on Google instead of DuckDuckGo.
Yep. You're going to get adult diaper ads for the rest of your life now.
Well, I am a lot older than you, right?
Significantly.
A whole 6 months?
Significantly, yes. You wear it better than I do, though.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So I'm used up over here, Kate.
We don't have any plans. We're laying low, so
okay.
Other than planting jelly beans, we're not doing anything.
You're not going to do a backyard hunt?
I hate plastic eggs. Probably not.
Okay, so real quick, because I can't remember. This sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if it was from you or if this is possibly something that other people do. You plant jelly beans?
We plant jelly beans at Easter.
And then they sprout into something the next day or something?
They do. They usually sprout into donut holes.
Oh, that's right. Yes, donut holes. Yes.
Last year they were dum-dums, but they're usually donut holes.
What happened last year?
The Easter Bunny, there was what do you call it? A shortage.
Oh.
Of donut holes, and the Easter Bunny was like, "Oh man, what do we have a lot of?" And he talked to all of his friends, and they said, "Hey, there's a plethora of dum-dums."
Okay. Interesting.
So,
I find it so fascinating you got these connections to the Easter Bunny.
Well, our Easter Bunny talks to our elf.
Right, and your elf talks to Santa, is that right?
Yep. And the Tooth Fairy.
And the elf talks to the Tooth Fairy.
Yes.
Very interesting that you have access to this elf.
Yeah. Christopher Poppinkins.
You have any recommendations for other people to be able to find their own elf? Or do you want to... Didn't you have the elf's email address? Did you want to put the elf's email address out there again? And your elf will personally respond to every email your elf gets?
Christopher Poppinkins at gmail.com is our elf.
Poppinkins?
Yep.
Okay. Christopher Poppinkins at gmail.com.
Yep. He emails us when the Tooth Fairy gets a hold of him, and the Tooth Fairy will say, hey, like, Finley and Elliot's room, it's kind of messy. I couldn't come and swap out cash for teeth, so...
So is the elf good at responding to incoming mail, or is the elf really only using email for outgoing mail?
No, the elf replies. Yeah, he's pretty good like that, and different font colors, and
your elf is fine that you give out his email address like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elf.
Christopher Poppinkins at gmail.com will personally respond to the dozens, perhaps hundreds, maybe even thousands of emails.
I mean, he just wants to be helpful.
From Matt and Kate listeners. Thanks, Kate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very generous of you to share. That could be something that you would sell, that one, not you, apparently, that one might selfishly keep to themselves and others covet, but instead you just volunteer it out for everybody.
I mean, it was a big deal as a parent to have our elf's email. Because, when I was a kid, my parents would be like, I'm going to call Santa. And they'd grab the phone. Just kidding. They never did that. But it was a thing, I think, on like 90s TV.
Oh, yeah, right. Call Santa 1-900 something.
It was really helpful to have a direct line to our elf to be like, hey, the girls have some questions. And we're hoping you've got some answers. And
okay. How old is this elf? Do you have any idea of this elf's age?
I think he's in the 900s.
Okay. I wonder if it was difficult for Christopher Poppinkins, this elf, this conduit to Santa, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. I wonder if that was a difficult transition to learn how to use email at that age.
I don't think so, because he talked about how he's only 900, so he's still too young to have a family, because the girls were asking if he had a family, if he had kids. And so he's like, oh, I'm only 900. I don't have a family yet. I'm not old enough yet.
Okay, yeah. So this elf ages like a tree or something.
Yeah.
Very slowly. Or like Yoda. Yoda's
there you go.
Multiple hundreds of years old.
All
right.
Yeah.
Have I asked enough questions about this elf? Is there anything else you want to volunteer?
Trying to think if there's, he's no longer in our house because he took on a new job. So that's why he started emailing us. He doesn't visit us anymore. He does visit us. He just doesn't sit out where we can see him. So when we're not looking and we're needing a little magic, you might notice some surprises from him. But because he's got a new job, he can't just hang out at our house anymore. So he was pretty sad about that.
Yoda is like 900 years old, apparently.
Okay.
Born in 896 BBY, Yoda was almost 900 years old in the latter days of the Republic. So, BBY.
Yeah, what does that stand for?
BBY.
Birth before Yoda.
Birth before Yoda. That wouldn't make any sense, right? Or maybe it. No.
It doesn't. But does Yoda make sense?
I think Yoda makes a lot of sense. I think he's got some very wise advice. Do or do not, Kate. There is no try.
I know, but you guys, people who love Yoda, I go, it's Fozzie. It's Fozzie. Okay? Yoda is Fozzie. And I can't get away from like waiting for Yoda to be like, waka, waka, waka.
Oh, I thought maybe it was going to be Miss Piggy. I believe Yoda is also Miss Piggy, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Frank Oz.
Frank Oz. Very talented puppeteer and director.
Super talented.
And director.
Yeah, I was going to say, and director. He's directed one of my favorite movies.
Which one's that?
Death at a Funeral. The British version.
Oh, he directed that? That is a good film.
Yep. And the Chris Rock version is good too, but the British version's my favorite.
Isn't that the one where they knock the casket over and the body comes rolling out of it? Is that it? Okay.
Spoiler.
Okay, BBY, before Battle of Yavin. I would have never guessed that. Okay.
Never.
I'm kind of weak with my Star Wars knowledge. Mainly familiar with the theatrical releases, not the novels or anything like that.
Okay.
Like maybe I tried reading one once and I was like,
I don't even think I knew that there were novels.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because some are considered canon and some are not.
Canon?
Yeah, you familiar with that term?
Yeah. It's a biblical term, right?
Oh, is that where that originated from?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Canon law, right?
So in this particular case, canon means like officially recognized plot of the Star Wars universe. Because some of the books are dismissed as, no, that's not canon.
That's not canon.
They don't recognize it as canon.
As real Star Wars.
Right. That's not real Star Wars history. That's fictional Star Wars history. Yeah.
Fictional Star Wars history.
That's about as good as I can explain it.
That was well done.
Does that sound like that tracks with the biblical definition?
There you go.
Like, that's not canon, that particular sin. Like that?
No.
Oh. Give me an example.
I'm trying. I'm thinking. According to canon law, according to...
Come on, Kate, you're the practicing Catholic.
I know, but I'm trying to think of it like according to canon law, according to authentic, the original. This is it. There's no, like what you're saying about Star Wars.
Yoda went forth and said, "Let my people go," or something.
I don't. Yoda, Moses, whichever.
Then raised the Millennium Falcon out of the sea.
Out of the Red Sea. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I was scared to get specific in the... Or Pacific, because that would have been the wrong ocean.
Oh, gosh. Specifically. Yeah. I mean, if you're a little sketchy on United States geography, I don't know that you really want to risk it in biblical geography, right?
Yeah, probably not. No.
I have been listening to this podcast. My mom and I are doing the Bible in a Year podcast. And we just got to Moses, actually. So start at the beginning.
You said your mom and you were both listening to it?
Yeah. I mean, not together. We're not in the same room or anything, but like she's going about her life. I'm going about mine, but we're listening to it together. We're on the same days. And then we're supposed to like chat at the end of the week and talk about like the things that we've learned and everything, but we've only done it like once or twice, but we're still new to it. I mean, we're just at Moses.
You're always declining the calls, Kate. Decline.
Snub.
Don't want to hear about it.
Ignore. No. My mom's a busy lady. So when we talk, there's a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
We'll get to the Bible when we get to the Bible.
Are you actually sleeping under those sheets that I bought for you, or are you sleeping on top of them?
Oh, she knows. She knows.
Yeah.
How are the sheets? The sheets good?
How are the sheets?
Did you hang the curtains yet?
Is that thread count right?
What do you think?
What kind of thread count does it have, Kate? Do you know off the top of your head?
Over 1,200, but I don't remember if it's 1,250 or 1,200.
I feel like that's a significant number of threads.
She told me it was.
Okay.
So,
it's like once you hit 1,000, you're pretty well threaded.
They're nice sheets.
Yeah.
They are nice sheets. And guess who made the bed this morning?
You.
Monty.
Oh, Swerve. How'd he do?
He did fine. It's made. I don't care. I'm not fancy about making the bed. I just want it made. But I go, hey, I texted you yesterday about making the bed or mowing the lawn. He was like, yeah, I figured you'd know. I'll make the bed if it means you mow the lawn. I was like, oh, okay. So I got up this morning and I left the room and I came back and he was getting up and making the bed. I was like, well, watch out now.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Damn. Do I deserve some credit for that?
Do you? I have to mow the lawn now.
I feel like I should take... Oh, well, I guess blame.
Wah, wah, wah.
I guess blame would be the word.
Blame. Yeah. Not credit. Blame. But, I got what I want. I get Monty to help me make the bed, so...
You got to mow that yard soon, right? So have you guys figured out what mower you're getting?
It's a Ryder. It's a 0 turn. That's all I know.
Yes. Yeah, so it's the kind with the handles then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're cool, Kate. It's fun once you get the hang of it.
Right. I'm not looking forward to getting the hang of it.
Yeah, we had a traditional riding mower when I was a kid, when I was growing up. We lived on like an acre and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
And then when I was in high school, my dad upgraded to a zero turn. And it's so much more efficient to go around trees. You don't have to do these weird, like, concentric circles to try to mow around things. Really nice. But the first day I was using it, the neighbor from across the street, like, stopped raking. He's out in the yard quite a bit, and just observed me struggling to maintain a straight line. And you could tell he was really enjoying watching me zigzag a little bit. My first chance to use the zero-turn mower.
And you're like, thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Bob was his name. Bob Larson.
See, I almost said Bob, but I know you have a brother named Bob, so I didn't want it to confuse the story.
Yeah. Neighbor Bob. Yep.
Yeah, we had a John Deere growing up, but not just like it was a regular like turn or steering wheel, but it had one of those knobs on it.
Oh yeah, trucker knob or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. And I thought it was so stupid. And then because I wasn't driving a car, I was like, you got to turn it with the wheel. And my dad said, just do me a favor. Just try the knob. And I was like, okay. And I did. I was like, well, this is much easier.
Yeah. Life. Did you ever consider? Because once upon a time I did. I was like, I should get one of those installed on my truck, on my steering wheel.
Oh.
Back in the day, about that same time period in high school.
Yeah.
You've never contemplated getting one of those installed?
No. I tell you what, though, my car is getting new tires. So I've been driving Monty's car, which is like, it's a grandma car. It is a Buick Lucerne. And I would apologize to grandmas out there, but it is a grandma car. And it is a nice car because it's a Buick. So it's a nice car, but I feel like I am on the ground. I miss my SUV.
Yeah.
I miss being able to see things. I am very lucky that we have another car that I'm just not like walking. So that's helpful. But I miss being high up. And I told Monty last night the same thing. Like, I'm very grateful. This is fantastic, but I will never drive a car again.
Okay. So you're having new tires put on your car, and this is a multi-day activity?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, it needs new tires, and one tire is not fixable, so Monty has to put the donut on and blah, blah, blah. And so he was going to do that last night before he made the appointment to get the new tires, but they were already closed. So I've been driving the Buick this week, and it just needs to go into the shop.
So you got a flat tire, or the rim is messed up? Is that what you're...
No, inside the tire is messed up. Not the rim. The tube.
The tire itself is messed up so that you wouldn't be able to limp it to the shop, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I was thinking, yeah, because for most people, you can get a tire changed in like an hour or less.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to make the appointment. Got to get the donut on, that whole thing. So I'm driving the Buick, and I'm trying not to sound like a spoiled brat, but I hate it.
So basically a flat tire prompted you to make this?
I needed new tires.
Yeah.
We've been saying for about a month, we need new tires. And then Monty drove it for like less than 5 minutes, and he was like, your tire's flat. I'm like, oh, great. And then he went to fix it. He's like, nope, it's done. Got to get you new tires. I was like, okay.
Man, you didn't even get a chance to burn rubber to use up the rest of the tires.
That's true.
Because that's what you're supposed to do when you're due for a tire change. You're supposed to go do a bunch of, what do they call that?
Donuts?
Yeah, donuts. Thank you.
Or burnouts?
Both.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. I didn't even get a chance to...
Yeah. Just kidding. Not encouraging reckless driving.
No.
Ish.
None of that.
Actually, the rubber's already burnt. You might as well go ahead and burn it up some more, Kate.
Right.
You see someone just doing donuts in the parking lot of the tire place. Don't mind me. I'm just
Got to use it up, guys.
Using up the remaining rubber here. Come on.
This isn't the first time you've seen this. Come on now.
Woo! It's a good idea, actually. You and I should open up a tire place, Kate, and we could have a dedicated area for people to burn up their existing rubber. What do you think?
Yes, where we invite them.
Or is that too bad for the environment? I don't want the sea turtles choking on the polluted air.
Did you hear about the sea turtles?
Did they find a bunch of flossies in them because of...
No.
How you guys discard them all over the city? Throw them directly into the Missouri River?
Strong eye roll. No. There was a guy smuggling sea turtles. 185 baby sea turtles. He was smuggling them at an airport.
Yeah, taped to his intestine.
No, they were in his suitcase.
Oh, okay.
And only 10 of the 185 didn't make it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hit rate.
I thought so.
What's the percentage that make it to the ocean after the hatch event?
Well, I don't know. 60%.
I wonder if it's more or less than that. Okay.
I guessed. But he was trying to smuggle them, and I can't remember which countries he was trying to go from to.
Well, and Kate, people need to know where they're supposed to smuggle their sea turtles from.
I know. I read this like 2 days ago, though. So I'm just proud of myself for remembering I read something about sea turtles. I should have put it in the notebook.
What % of baby sea turtles survive is what autofills when I start typing. Only 1 in 1,000 hatchlings will survive to adulthood. I want to know how many survive to get to the ocean. Some of them are consumed by seabirds and fish, Kate. Some perish due to, flossies. Oh, man.
Oh, get over it.
For anyone who isn't familiar, Kate uses flossies instead of traditional floss, so it's like floss on a little handle.
Yeah, because none of our listeners use the flossies.
Because her arms don't
adjust
to be able to hold floss.
Shaming a large portion of our listeners right now.
Surprised you didn't screen Monty by. Did you ask him about floss early on when you guys started dating, or has he been a lifelong flossy person, or do you know? Was he not flossing?
No, I'm sure he was flossing. He's got great teeth.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
It's really annoying. He's got great teeth.
Monty's got a winning smile. Is that right or no?
Galapagos, he does, of course.
It's good teeth.
That was the love at first sight thing. Because when he smiled, I thought I could look at that smile for the rest of my life.
Oh, this person was flying in from Galapagos Islands?
Galapagos tortoise, 185 babies seized from smugglers.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're going to be looking for him if that's your travel destination.
Sent from the Galapagos Islands to the mainland on Sunday. They were wrapped in plastic and found during a routine inspection at the airport on the island of Baltra.
Oh, look at that. Learning about geography again on Matt and Kate. I'll have to look for that on my placemat.
He could spend 3 years. Oh, God, these are so weird looking. They're all wrapped up. How are they supposed to stay alive?
Well, apparently they did a good job. There was a shocking number that were alive, right?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put it in the Facebook so you guys can see it too. In the Facebook. I'll put it on Facebook is what I'm trying to say.
In the Facebook. Jeez. I like that.
In the book of faces.
God, there's going to be lots of things in there, huh?
Yeah.
George Brett's crotch. And what else? I already forgot. I always get distracted by George Brett's crotch, turns out.
Yeah, dudes do, right?
Oh, Devin Goda, the guy from Price is Right. Are you going to put his thirst trap photos in there?
Well, okay.
Whatever.
His Twitter is the thirst trap, right?
Yeah, but it's embedded into his page.
Okay.
You decide. Yeah, you decide however you want to show this guy off. Kate.
Okay.
I still have this tab, George Brett Men, Women Look, search open, and the remaining results. Eye tracking study, men stare at crotches. And then we have men look at other men's crotches. Women don't. Study reveals men are crotch watchers. Men stare at crotches. Sizing up where men cast their glances. Men look at crotches. Eye tracking study reveals that men look at crotches. George Brett jersey. Royals George Brett jerseys for men. And there you go.
There you go.
Eventually you can get some merch on this page. Great.